Hey, what you say, food family? Mike here, and welcome back to the channel for another great culinary adventure. Today's video, we're going to be making the world famous KFC bowl. I'm talking about a bed of mashed potatoes topped with sweet corn, fried chicken, shredded cheese, and gravy. It's absolutely delicious on its own. But today, we're going to kick it up a notch and put it against the test against the Japanese version, slightly tweaked. So we'll make our standard traditional American version, and then we'll make that Japanese version with Japanese street corn and Karaage chicken. Which one do you think will win the ultimate KFC Bowl Showdown? Stick around and find out. Let's get cooking. Alright folks, we'll get today's ultimate KFC Bowl Showdown video started by talking about the chicken itself for both the American and Japanese versions. Now, for the American traditional fried chicken version, I'm using some boneless, skinless chicken thighs that I marinated in buttermilk, pickle juice, and hot sauce overnight. I like to give that a good 8 to 12 hours because it takes a little longer to soak up those juices. Now for the Japanese Karaage version, we don't need that much time, just 1 to 2 hours. So I'm going to go ahead and set this aside, and we'll come right back and start marinating our Japanese Karaage chicken. Alright folks, for our Japanese version, I got the same boneless, skinless chicken thighs. I've gone ahead and diced up bite-sized pieces. For the Karaage version, we're going to be adding some egg whites, soy sauce, a little bit of rice wine, and finally some mirin for a little sweet flavor in that Japanese style. Alright, we're going to mix these up here. We'll throw this in the fridge. We'll come back in 2 hours and start frying our chicken off. Stay tuned. Alright folks, welcome back. Our chicken is finished marinating. Of course, we had our traditional American style overnight in the fridge. Buttermilk, pickle juice, hot sauce. And we just finished up with our Japanese Karaage chicken. That was mirin, soy sauce, rice wine, and some egg whites. That only takes a couple hours. Now it's time to bread these. Now, I don't happen to know KFC's 11 secret herbs and spices, so today I'm just using a pre-seasoned chicken breading mix I bought at the store. However, if you really want to go all out, I will write in the description below a seasoned flour mixture that's supposedly KFC-esque that somebody figured out there in the world. So I'll be sure to put that in the description below if you want to do it that way. But like I said, today I'm just going to use this pre-made seasoning mix. And then for the Japanese Karaage chicken, all you got to do is put cornstarch on that. Really that simple. I'm going to go ahead, get all this stuff breaded. We'll fry our chicken up. And when we come back, we'll start assembling the rest of our ingredients to assemble our KFC bowls. Stay tuned. Alright folks, we got our chicken fried off, looking delicious. Both batches turned out extra crispy. The store-bought American style marinade or seasoning batter I use, actually really good, surprised me. And then my homemade Japanese Karaage chicken, extra crispy and delicious. I'm already leaning towards that one a little bit more, but hey, we'll see how they turn out. Now, we can turn our attention to making the mashed potatoes for the base of our KFC Famous Bowls. We're going to use the same potatoes for both, and unfortunately, KFC uses instant potatoes in the recipe. I can't get around that, so I'm going to do that style today. However, at home, if you really want to make this tasty and legit, I would make homemade mashed potatoes. Peel some potatoes, boil them, do how you want to do it, but homemade mashed potatoes are going to be a lot better. So today I'm trying to make these instant potatoes taste a little better by using some roasted garlic instant potatoes. And rather than using water to season these, we'll use a thing of chicken stock. So I'm going to mix these together, throw it in the microwave, make our mashed potatoes, ghetto as it is. But hey, that's how it's done. It's KFC. It's lazy American fast food. We'll get this made up. We'll come back, season the corn for our Japanese famous bowl. We're going to do like a Japanese street corn flavor rather than a plain corn like the American will be. So let's get this made up. We'll come right back and start making that Japanese corn. Stay tuned. And just like that, our instant potatoes are nuked and ready to go. It is what it is, folks. But hey, these actually turned out pretty tasty, so I am looking forward to both of these bowls. We'll go ahead and set these to the side for now. And we can turn our attention to the Japanese street corn we're going to add to our Japanese KFC Famous Bowl. So, in front of me, I got some plain canned corn here, just keeping it nice and easy. We're going to add a few simple ingredients. We got a little bit of sugar, some mirin, a little bit of soy sauce, and now this final one is optional. It's togarashi, like Japanese pepper mix. Hard to explain, but I'm going to add some to mine because I like that extra flavor. This stuff's great on eggs too, by the way. Yeah, we can give that a quick mix. Alright folks, so just like that, we got our Japanese style street corn ready for that KFC Famous Bowl. I'm going to get this stuff cleaned up. We'll come right back, start plating both the American style and the Japanese style. Get that in the oven, and make the gravy while we're waiting. Stay tuned. Alright folks, the time has finally come to assemble our ingredients and make the first part of our KFC Famous Bowl. So we'll start out with some mashed potatoes on the bottom of both. Alright, we got our mashed potato base layer down. Let's go in with the corn. We've got the regular corn for the American style. And that Japanese street corn for our Japanese style KFC bowl. I can already tell these juices and extra flavors are going to add to those mashed potatoes. It's already going to be better. I know it. I just know it. Alright, we'll put our American style traditional fried chicken onto this left side here. You're all's right. Unlike KFC, I'm loading it up, folks. I obviously made a lot of extra chicken. Make more batch of this or just enjoy the chicken itself. And we'll go with that Karaage chicken on this Japanese side. I'll tell you what, folks, when I lived in Japan, I fell in love with this Karaage chicken. It is just so crispy, so delicious, and such a light breading. Alright, let's get one more piece in there. I think we about got those stocked. I'm going to throw these in the oven 400 degrees for about 15 minutes. While these are cooking, we'll come right back and start making the gravy. Stay tuned. Alright folks, we got both the American and Japanese style KFC Famous Bowls in the oven, baking away 400 degrees for about 15 minutes, really just warming everything back up. So in the meantime, we can make this gravy for both batches. Now, we'll start out by making a simple roux. We got some butter we're going to melt. Once that's melted, we're going to add some flour, some granulated garlic, and some granulated onion. Get that seasoned up, bring it together, pour in some water with some both chicken and beef bouillon cubes. Now, the chicken is for the flavor, the beef is for the color. That's how KFC gets that nice dark brown gravy. So we'll go ahead, get this made up. We'll come back, pull those KFC bowls out of the oven, top them with cheese, throw them back in a couple minutes, finish off with that gravy. We'll be eating good. Stay tuned. Alright folks, 15 minutes just out of the oven. You saw it, they're looking good. Let's add some cheese, throw them back in for 5 minutes, top it off with that gravy, give it a taste test. Alright folks, just a few minutes in that hot oven, 400 degrees, that cheese melted right away. Our gravy's ready to go. Let's pour it on, let this stuff cool down, and finally dig in and give it a taste test. Which do you think is going to be the winner? Our American style traditional KFC Famous Bowl or our upgraded Japanese style KFC Famous Bowl? We'll find out. Stay tuned. All right, folks, I think we've let these cool down long enough. They're both looking absolutely amazing. I gotta say, my version looks a lot better than that crap KFC serves up, but yeah, you know how it is. Let's dig into the American traditional style KFC Famous Bowl first. Start off with a piece of chicken, the gravy, and the cheese. Right off the top. Absolutely amazing flavors. Nice, crunchy, juicy chicken. Tons of flavor in that breading, even though it's store-bought. I'll tell you what, I'll give that Louisiana brand some credit because that's a pretty good fried chicken breading. Like I said, though, I'll link a supposed KFC wannabe seasoned flour mix in the description below. But that being said, let's dig in the potatoes and the corn on this side. Pretty damn delicious, folks. That's all I can say. Now, this is the side I'm looking forward to, the Japanese-style KFC Famous Bowl with Karaage chicken, Japanese street corn. Let's start off with a piece of chicken, the cheese and the gravy, of course. Hands down the winner, folks. I can already tell before I get to the rest of it. The lighter breading, it's a little bit more crispy. It just goes so great with that gravy and cheese soaked onto it. But we're not quite done. Let's get into that Japanese-style street corn. Same potatoes again, though, of course. I gotta say, we put that soy sauce, the mirin, and that togarashi seasoning, that Japanese pepper spice mix. Hands down better, folks. Got some heat in there. I can feel it on the tip of my tongue. Just a nice bite to it. Really adds a lot to this dish. Elevates it to the next level. I'll tell you what, folks. The Japanese-style KFC Famous Bowl is where it's at. But if you're going to make one at home instead of going out and spending $6, $8, $10 at KFC, the American style is also very delicious. But like I said earlier in the video, if you really want to make this a whole lot better, make mashed potatoes from scratch. Don't use instant potatoes. We did fry our own chicken here today, but you can make your own breading mixes, of course. Those extra seasonings on the corn really take it a long way. And of course, depending on which style you like more, lighter batter, crunchy, crispy chicken, Japanese Karaage chicken is where it's at. But if you're a traditionalist and you just want that American fried chicken, Southern style, buttermilk, pickle juice, hot sauce. It's key to the brine of that chicken. It absolutely is amazing. And those chicken thighs is where it's at too because juicy, tender, moist. You can't overcook them, folks. That's what's great about this. We deep fried these chicken bites and they sit around for a while I did everything else. I mean, obviously it's going to be a little quicker at home. You're not going to have to wait and film and do this and that. But when you're making it at home, it'll go quicker. But even back in the oven, re-crispified, if you want to call it that, absolutely amazing. Now I made a lot of extra chicken today. One key trick here, use your air fryer or throw it back in the oven on a wire rack. Reheat that chicken. The breading will stay crispy, crunchy, and delicious. Won't get soggy, but hey, it is what it is. It's leftover chicken. That's what you got to do. So that being said, if you like today's video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Hit that like button. That tells me that you really appreciate these kind of interesting videos. You know, I don't always cook these kind of fast food wannabe meals, but I thought today we should try something different. So that being said, if you like these kind of videos, be sure to hit that subscribe button. I put out great videos like this every week, all kinds of cuisine, American, Asian, barbecue, you name it. I like to do a little bit of everything. Global cuisine for the modern shelf that you yourself can cook at home for yourself, your friends, and your family. It's really not that hard, folks. I put the description links to all my recipes. Get on my website with the recipe cards, the amounts, ingredients, timing, everything you know to recreate these delicious things. They're not that hard, folks. You can cook this stuff, make a big 9x13 platter of this, feed a family for 2 or 3 days if you really wanted to. Or this would be a great picnic dish, take to your Sunday dinner at church. Tell you what, folks, I'm ready to dig into this stuff, ready for my dinner. I worked harder today. I think I earned it, so I don't have anything else to say other than it's been a pleasure cooking for you once again. Mike here signing off.